All right, hello. Doing no cam today. I will just be right. I think this is the correct deck link. Don't know though. But yeah, I just felt like recording a game before RTN. No cam because just don't feel like it today. Sorry for that if that's important to you. But I felt like recording a game. Um, this one's against Prism. I need to try this going second, more or less. This is very, very difficult matchup for Cindra, obviously. I do not think you can take an NED reacts and just basically pray here. This is very good that we see that they have Stonewall Gauntlet already, right? Like that's something that's very good. This is very bad, obviously, right? Like and they reveal Angel. We are gonna. Actually, no, we don't need to. No, wait, no, we do need to do this now. What do I want to keep here? I think I want to keep the hedgehog. So we're just gonna do this. They start with ALS. That's very unfortunate for us. Like I think it's very, very bad that they are starting with ALS. I think we're just gonna send this breaking point into the ALS. Right, like we essentially get time walked. So like this is essentially turn one, right? Except that like now we can't block this, right? Like so we just get time walked and they get another Herald of Protection, which they know which we knew they had on top, obviously. Um, which this is already to a very, very bad start for us. That this start in hand with an ALS is kind of like game losing in a way. It becomes very, very hard to do anything when they start with an ALS, right? Like it becomes very, very difficult. And they start with double Herald of Protection. That's really, really bad. This is probably the worst start because like any other angel is more or less fine. The ones that we care about a little bit are Herald of Protection because it gives Spectral Shields, and what Spectral Shields allows them to do is it allows them to fuck with our max triggers, right? Like it allows them to mess with our max triggers, which we don't want. And we cannot flick angels now. They seem to fix that kind of in on Talishar. Um, so that's one problem with it. The second problem with it is that they get exactly what they want because they still get the figment and they get the spectral sheet, and the spectral sheet is very, very difficult for us to interact with at this point in time. Um, is our opponent there? So like now we deal less damage and we have no threat with flick knives, right? So this is a very, very bad situation for us. Um, but with the ancestral empowerment here, this can be very, very good, I think, because they are not gonna want to block this because of the spectral shields. So if we do this, like either we enforce them to Empyrean Rapture here, or we're gonna get all three of, or we're gonna get the Bellona for one less value, right? Which is very, very fine. Or they block this, which is also something that I'm fine with, because we can now play for the Ronin Renegade and the display loyalty, right? So this is something that I'm very fine with. You cannot attack into the Angel because they have Halo of Illumination. Um, so this is fine. They're letting go of the Angel. We are very okay with this because then we're gonna Ancestral and then we have Flick Knives here. Depending on what we draw, they're gonna block. So we're gonna Ancestral here, which gets rid of this. That's a very good draw, actually. That's a very, very nice draw. Um, I'm thinking that we're just keeping this. We could also play for this. Like we're obviously playing one of these. I think it's better to play the hedgehog, and like maybe we just don't want to keep an arsenal and want to pressure as much as possible here. So then we just have to do this, which I think is more correct because they seem to want to block and play like one card hands, which is very fine for me. Um, right? Like they seem to be want to playing over one card, which isn't ideal for us because like we're still super far behind. Or they're probably actually looking to flip their Figment of Erudition here, which is very bad for us, obviously, right? The fact that they can just tutor this out and then have free draw for a turn is insane, and then we brick, and then the hand bricks, which is also very bad. But you see, Herald of Protection, then they're gonna get a Figment, they're gonna do this, and we can't really block in this matchup. Even if this hand doesn't really play well, like into any other to any other hero, we would want to block this. But blocking this means that they're playing off of a four-card hand, which essentially just spells Doom for us, right? So that is the problem, because now they can flip for free, and then they can just pitch their yellow that they got to draw two cards and then get another Figment, right? This is the game loop that they want. Uh, like this is a very big problem. Or they do this, and I mean, I think I'm fine with this actually. We want to keep the Art of Dragonfire because it goes kind of insane here, but we kind of want to keep this as well because of this. But this can trigger off of this, so we're just. Oh wait, no, we have to. We cannot play this actually. This hand just actually doesn't play. So we have to go here. I cannot really pitch this. I just realized. I have to pitch this then. Yeah, but this isn't gonna hit, so that's the problem with this, right? Is that it doesn't hit. Same thing here that like this doesn't hit because we have to pitch this. Yeah, this turn just doesn't work at all with being able to play the game. And so like now we've essentially just lost the game off of this. It is what it is really. Queuing into Prism is just by far the worst matchup, and then we get again like a double chain under hand is just so bad. Like drawing double chain under and then having nothing to show for it is just incredibly bad. And now they're gonna attack with something. They might flip their erudition, and then it's just going to worse, right? Like uh, Prism just being able to outvalue you in every phase of the game. You're like, oh, they started 32. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's turn one ALS, right? Like the turn zero, like the turn one ALS is just bad enough that we just lose on it, right? Like that's kind of the thing here. That like the ALS just kills us, like no matter what, basically. The good thing here is that we can flick our other dagger. Unfortunately, we will end with zero daggers here, but I think I have to take trade, right? I don't really think I can do anything against it, so I think just flicking. Oh, right, yeah, we don't get the resource from flicking the dagger because of things, so we're just gonna have to do this instead. I just realized that we don't get the resource because ward. Right, so like this is a problem in this matchup is that we can't really flick into Enigma. It's fine because Enigma doesn't come with 7 power attacks like all of the fucking time, but Prism does, and so like you kind of get this problem in the matchup that you can't really do anything against, right? Uh, because like there is no way I can play when they ALS me turn zero. Like I cannot do anything. Like when the ALS into Herald of Protection is just like I am not allowed to play the game. But it is what it is, really. Uh, like it's unfortunate, but I feel like in these scenarios, like you just have to accept that like you're probably not winning this game because like no ma because it doesn't really matter what you do, right? Like it doesn't matter because like I can block this out, sure, no problem. But now the second angel comes, right? And then he gets and then he gets so much, right? So like I can't really do anything here. Oh, and that's the angelic graph, yeah. Good game. Uh, and so you can kind of see how Cindra is not really built for the Prism matchup. So like for your RTN, if you're expecting a lot of Prism, don't bring Cindra. Like just don't. It's not worth it. I've heard that blue Syndra has a little bit better matchup into it, but I still don't think it's anywhere near good enough to be considered playable. Because if they do this, it's like you cannot play. You really, really need to hit very, very powerful turns, like out of the gate. I don't even think it matters a lot if you go first or second, because they still have so much equity in the matchup that no matter what, you're kind of screwed. Which is unfortunate, you know. Uh, but that is just what it is. I think Prism is one of the like, or this Prism, Awakening of Soul is one of the better designed illusionists. As you might know or not, I'm not super public. I haven't recorded a video in months. Sorry for that. But I am very against Enigma. I think Enigma is very poorly designed as a hero in Flesh and Blood, which is unfortunate. But the reason why I feel that way is because of how polarizing she is in her matchups, right? Like she's incredibly polarizing in all of the matchups that she has. All of her matchups super super polarizing. Um, because like she gate kept like assassins and guard, like she gate kept an entire class by herself, and no one can do anything about it. Right? Like the only reason to why some people were playing Victor and shit was because of Viscera being right. Like, well, Viscera. No, people didn't play Victor then. But like the only reason to why people didn't play a lot of Enigma is because of Viscera, and now Viscera is gone, and now we have Cindra instead, which is kind of getting away Enigma, and that actually just means that we have a lot more decks in the format that are viable, right? Like Prism became viable again. Jarl, we have seen pop up. We've seen Verdansk. Florian is popping up again. So you know you might see more content on Florian later once I get a list together and stuff. Uh, right now I'm working through it. I'm gonna bring Cindra to RTN this weekend, so I'm obviously going for that first in like the first case. Um, but since I've been away for so long, let's snipe one more game. Oh, that still isn't. And so on. You know, this happens. Yeah. Let's see if we can just join this game. It's a Kano. Okay, against Kano, I'm pretty sure I want to go first, but I don't think it matters a lot. Into Kano, like I, I just genuinely don't think it matters. Why are these two cards just taken out of the sideboard? I don't know why. But like against Kano, I mean, we just go and try to force damage, right? Like we just go. The reason why you want to attack this early on is because if you can, like, one, you can leak damage. That's one thing, right? Leaking damage, very good. The second thing is you can get cards out of their hand so that they can't just say Unga Bunga, I deal a bajillion damage to you now, because they're gonna want to block. And now here we can just Ancestral Empowerment and take that Rising Resentment in Arsenal, which is very good when we didn't have a real starter here. And we get Mass Trigger as well. That doesn't really matter. But we also draw Yellow Brand. This is very crucial here because this means that this means that we might be able to AB here. Uh, and he starts with Will of Arcana. Oh wow. Okay. Looks like we're safe for now. Very good that he doesn't get Will of Arcana there. We're probably taking everything here. Like we just take whatever he throws at us here. I don't see a reason why we should block. Okay, if it's an open the floodgates, I am very much on the train that I'm fine AB1. I want to keep this brand for my turn. I think. So I'm just gonna go Rising. And he's a potion off the top. That's very bad. This is very, very bad. But we already know that like 3 floodgates are gone, so that's pretty good. But him hitting a potion off the top is obviously very, very bad. Um, I could flick here. I could actually. I think I just flick here because if he wants to block, that's fine. But flicking here forces him to block the next one as well, right? So like flicking here, now he wants to block this one. That's fine. Uh, I think I just do this, and then I probably arsenal this. I want to Cindra here. Get the dagger back. Then I want to pass. If he's gonna do anything here, then I can lantern. This is not good, but we can pitch some cards here. Again, like I need to pitch for open the floodgates. You can't really let them draw off of it. Because that's just like very scary. What? That's not. Oh, okay. Well, I think it's fine, but that's not what I wanted to do. I I don't think I kind I, re, I f- oh my god, no. Is he gonna like mini combo me now? Probably right. Looks like double blazing. What? Huh? Wait. Why didn't that do any damage? Oh, wait, what? I didn't AB this. Why didn't this do any damage? Weird. 'Cause that definitely should have done damage. So let's just go this into this, or I go this into this actually. I think this is better. Because if he wants to block here, now he's also forced to block this. I think I flick. I definitely take the resource here. Because like I can use it to block arcane, and I can also use it for take the tempo if needed, or if wanted maybe is the correct phrasing there. Because now I just split hit the tempo, and which I'm happy about because he should need to give two cards out of this because I've hit once, I've hit twice, I've hit three times. That's very good. Why am I drawing so many Arthur Dragonfires? Very good that he doesn't. Oh my god! Can you stop hitting portions of the top, man? It's annoying. I don't want him to hit portions of the top because like this is very very scary for me as a Syndra player, right? That he has two top. Okay, so he's going for combo here. Like he's 100% comboing here, right? Like otherwise he would not do give me that block. So he's 100% going for the combo, going for a combo here, right? Like he's just waiting. So I'm gonna pressure mask here with a 4 attack because he used his tunic early. So yes, kind of forcing him to go off here. I have EB1. He probably has a wildfire in Arsenal because he drew it early. Yeah, he does. Oh, well, good game, I guess. Yeah, that's really like good game. I guess he has a wildfire in Arsenal, like 90% sure. Yeah, or yeah, he had a wildfire in hand. So yeah, that's a good game, right? Because he has resources with E-pot. So I think that's just game because he draws. Like he can technically still break, but like if he's got it, he's got it, you know. It's just the way it is sometimes. He can even pay for Metacarpus here because he has an E-pot. Uh, I mean, like, maybe one Spell Void. It's like I have a lot, but he just did so much damage, and then he Kano. Uh, oh, okay, yeah, he has lesson. Yeah, well, then I just lose. Unlucky. Uh, right, so you just tutor open the floodgates, right? Uh, oh, wait, no, you can't. Wait, does it? I don't know what he has in Arsenal here. Ether Arc, sure. So he can't, unless he has a Blazing in Arsenal here. But is Blazing enough? I think so. Oh, he has a Blazing in Arsenal, yeah. And Blazing is 20. Yeah, good game. Wait, but oh yeah, because he gets buffed by free from the, yeah, he had like perfect leaf. Yeah. Well, unlucky. But this is actually I think the first two losses on the channel, which is good. Um, like I think that's very good. I don't want to just show you the wins, but when I do these videos, I just go up, I open OBS Studio, I press record, and then I just play one game, and that's it. That's my analysis. So let's look at like, could I have done anything differently this game? Not really. Right? Like, not really. Like, I wish I could have, but you can't really do anything differently in these scenarios, unfortunately, right? Like, what I could have done differently is I could have AB1'd on the open the floodgates, but I accidentally, I don't know, I just did not get a window to do it. Like, I might have missed it, and I will be like the first one to admit that like I could genuinely have missed that, but like this is basically unlucky. Like we're not a deck that can interact with it. We just have to hope that he doesn't find it quick enough. And if Kano does, Kano just does it, you know? Like that's it. We saw a lot of open the floodgates early on, so I felt kind of safe here when we saw like these blocks, and he still managed to find like one more. He still managed to find more of them. And like I know he plays 9, but that's still kind of a high roll on his part, so you know, it is what it is. I still think it's a good game. I think it's kind of a good showing on how this matchup could play out. Like you have to be very, very careful. Uh, Maybe I shouldn't go with the hedgehog here. I should go with the ignite instead, because what going with the ignite allows me to do is it allows me to AB1 one more time first, and I can still get Art of the Dragonfire if he commits for combo, because I can go like Ignite Kunai, or I can go Ignite Flick into Vest to get the resource, or I can even Vest resource on the first chain link, which gives me one more resource. So this is actually also kind of a misplay on my part that I could have done differently, right? Like I should have taken the Vest resource here and not really care about Mask. Because when he is that low, he's just gonna look to combo. And so by me wanting to take this here, I can either hold up cards, right? Hold up 2 cards to AB, or what ends up happening is I get my resource here, which means that I still have the chance to AB1 twice. So that's what I think I should have done differently. But let me know what you think of these games. I'm sorry, both of them were kind of a blowout. It is what it is. This is what happens sometimes. It's like it's card games. Um, I think this list is very good still. I think Cindra is a very, very good hero. She's very fun to play. Especially the aggro mirrors, I think, are like way more enjoyable than they have been in the past. So yeah, good luck to your good luck in your RTNs this weekend if you're playing in any. Otherwise, I guess good luck on continuing your fab career. I wish you all the best. I wish you good draws and that you don't get high rolled. So yeah, see ya.